Hey, what's up, guys? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks for Friday, March 1st. Well, guys, February is behind us. It was a leap year, which means we got an extra day. Mostly throughout this week, we had some cup competitions. There were some league matches going on, but like I said, mostly we had cup competitions, and those are always pretty unpredictable, I would say, especially the FA Cup in England. For Friday, we are getting the leagues back. We are getting La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, and the French League One back. We have four great games to talk about, which means four free picks for you. And of course, there will be more to come for Saturday and Sunday. We have a busy weekend, and next week we have the Champions League back as well. I believe that I'll start doing MLS picks for the next weekend. I just wanted to give myself and the league a couple of rounds to kind of settle and to see who's performing well, who isn't so far, and such. So, probably from next week, I'll start doing the MLS free picks as well. So, stay tuned for that, guys. For my best bets, click the link in the description. That will get you up to my page where you can sign up, get a daily pass, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, or even a month-long pass if that's something you want to do. Let's get this show on the road, guys, with the first matchup that we have, and it's gonna be in La Liga. Celta Vigo is hosting Almeria. Two of the worst teams in the league, especially Almeria, who's at the bottom of the table with only 9 points, 25 scored goals. That's an average of almost one score goal per game, while conceding 54 goals in 26 games, and that's an average of over two conceded goals per game. As far as Celta Vigo goes, they are above their relegations at the moment with 21 points, but only above Cadiz by 3 points. And there's still a lot of games left to play. And these are the type of games that Celta Vigo has to win. I would definitely be leaning towards them, but once I saw the injury list and the suspension list, I kind of decided to lay off of that because they're missing some key players for this game. And it's not like Almeria is any better, but this is the matchup where we've seen a lot of overs hitting in the past. And that is the reason why I decided to take over 2.5 in this one. And should be a fun game with not a lot of defense on either side, in my opinion. And with that in mind, I decided to take over 2.5 in this Celta Vigo versus Almeria matchup. Off to the German Bundesliga, where we have Freiburg hosting Bayern Munich, and you know what? Bayern Munich finally got a win last weekend. It was 2-1 against Leipzig with that late goal from Harry Kane. He scored a couple in that game. And if they're going to get another win, it's going to be this one against Freiburg. Freiburg is coming off of a 2-1 loss against Augsburg. It was quite expected, especially if I believe last week we had Augsburg's team total on this game, and it definitely paid off. Freiburg was tired. They had a long game in the Europa League, and they have another Europa League game next week against West Ham. It's not going to be an easy one, and I'm sure they will have enough rest from this game until that one, but. I wouldn't be surprised if they were already thinking about that one rather than this one against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich will be hosting Lazio next week in the Champions League in the second leg of that Champions League matchup. They are behind 1-0, and the most important thing for them right now is to get another win. To have a couple of wins string together would be immense for Bayern right now. It would be huge for their morale. It would be huge for the entire lineup, for all the fans and for everybody in and around the club. And with that in mind, guys, we simply have to take Bayern Munich to win and over 2.5 goals. It's minus 108. It's a price we cannot afford to skip up on, and should be a great game. I don't think that they will be resting anyone for that Champions League game, especially because they're playing it at home against Lazio. But like I said, this is going to be key for them, and they simply have to go for the win in this game, and I think that they will get it. So, Freiburg versus Bayern, I'm taking Bayern to win and over 2.5 goals at minus 108. In the Italian Serie A, guys, we have a very big matchup between Lazio and Milan, and I think it's going to be a good one because Lazio, like I said just a second ago, is playing in the Champions League against Bayern 1-0. after beating them 1-0 in the first leg, and that's not a big advantage to be honest. And if anyone can turn it around, it's definitely Bayern. And Lazio is actually coming off of a loss to Fiorentina 2-1, which was definitely unexpected for them, but they were simply not up to task defensively. As far as Milan goes, their last 6 or 7 games in a row when playing on the road have gone over 2.5, and they now haven't beaten anyone in their last 3 games, which is definitely a big problem for them. And they have been conceding goals like crazy as of late. So I think this is going to be the game where we're going to see goals, and I think we're going to see a lot of them, probably on both sides. But since we are getting over 2.5 at plus money, I decided to take just that instead of both teams to score in over 2.5, which in my opinion is likely to hit as well. So Lazio versus Milan over 2.5 goals at plus 112. And the last pick of this video, guys, is in the French Ligue 1 between Monaco and PSG. This is a pretty big derby match going on in the French Ligue 1, and I think it's going to be a good one. But I think that PSG has a pretty big advantage here because Monaco will be without a bunch of players due to injuries or suspensions, and they're not scoring as many goals at home as they are scoring on the road, which is quite curious. And they haven't beaten PSG that often as of late, but they have been known to beat them. But in this case, I think that PSG is the team that has the advantage. Like I said, they have less injuries, they don't have any notable suspensions, while Monaco will be definitely lacking a lot of depth in this game. And when you go against Dembele, Mbappe, and a bunch of other great offensive players that PSG has, you will not have a fun time. On top of that, PSG is still undefeated on the road this season, and they are actually scoring a lot of goals on the road. PSG has scored 23 goals in 11 games while conceding only 7 goals on the road. So not only they are scoring a lot, defensively they are very, very solid on the road and are conceding about zero point 0.5 goals on average. So everything is pointing towards PSG in my head. And I'm gonna take it. We're getting PSG on the money line at plus 112. I think it's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be an interesting one. But I think that PSG will come out on top in this one. That's it, everyone. That was all for Friday. Joining me here. I hope you have a great day, guys. Good luck with your bets, and stay tuned for those free picks coming up for the weekend, and of course those parlay of the days. One for Saturday, one for Sunday, and hopefully we're gonna have some nice winners this weekend. So enjoy your day, guys. Good luck with all of your bets, and stay tuned for more.